Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Erin and I do mostly budgeting videos like the one you're about to see here. Beginning of the month, and for me that means it's time to plot out my month on 2 pages calendar. This is my June 2024 budget workbook, and this is free if you check out the description below. This is amongst all the other printables that I have made available to you. So right now I'm in my budget binder, my budget planner, which is my tool notebook cover with happy planner discs. And I'm going to go ahead and take out this first 2 pages because this is what I'm going to be working on, and it will be much easier for me to remove these and write on them like that, and then it will be for me to keep flipping the book over and over. So I hope everybody had a nice weekend. We did. It was my husband's birthday, and then next Saturday is my mom's birthday, and we had a retirement party for my cousin, and it was just a lot of nice fun things going on. Let's see, I'm gonna pull out a couple different colored pens, and these are all from the Dollar Tree, but they are so nice. They write so nicely. I'm super impressed with them. I think I'm missing, let's see, it's gonna be a toss-up between these two, but I think that will cover it. In fact, I think I just need 3. All right, so let's do I want to do a pen test, but let me just do it off camera because, ooh, that's bright. These are so nice. You get like a huge pack of like 8 or 10 for $1.25. Ooh, this is too light. Okay, so I'm going to go with this hot pink one because the orange is really pretty, but it's a little bit too light. So you get like 8 of these for $1.25. And I also got some Pilot pens, super fine tip. I think they're like 0.3. They're like scratcher pens. I got those at the Dollar Tree, and I also got some really pretty gel, they're like glitter gel. Oh my gosh, they're beautiful. All right, so let's go ahead and, where is my magazine? You'd think I'd be a little bit more prepared, but I'm not. I need to write on something. I need to have something like underneath what I'm writing on. Okay, I found some old happy planner sheets. So that's what I'm gonna do. Okay, so June 2024, let's scan in a bit and start with the first. So as you guys know, I pay my bills a month in advance. So much of what you're seeing has already been paid. So we're gonna go with number 1, mortgage. So our mortgage is due on the 1st of every month. I think that was like the default date, but I also think that they did tell us that we could choose another date if that didn't work for us, but we went ahead and kept it on the 1st. And the second one is homeowners insurance. I hate how I'm writing with these, but they are colored, so it makes it nicer because I'm going to keep things color coded. And taxes, those are property taxes. We do not escrow into our homeowners or into our mortgage. All right, so those are 3 bills that are due. And then if I go to June 3rd, we have some more that are due. Let's see. All right, so June 3rd, we have homeowners insurance. No. What the heck? Car insurance. Oh my gosh. I wrote that wrong on my cheat sheet. Car insurance. Okay. So this is going to be for 2 cars. And then the second thing is cell phones. And our cell phone bill is high, but I've talked about this before. Number 1, we have AT&T, which is just high to begin with. And then number 2, we have 2 cell phone payments on here, but they're minimal. They're very minimal. And we do get HBO Max as part of our plan at no additional charge, but I'm sure we're paying for it somehow. You know what I mean? I'm just gonna write, I'm gonna keep going. On the 10th, we have electric due, and the date for this has changed. So I'm going to put that on the new dates. I don't know why dates change sometimes. I mean, for us, they do. Not very often, but it seems to only happen with electric and gas. And like I said, I'm not sure why that happens, but it happens. And I have to be really diligent about checking out our statement and making sure that everything is the same and that nothing has changed. So that's happened before. And it's not by anything like crazy, the different dates, but still, I don't know why they change at all. Let's go down here. But you know what? I have a theory. I think it's because sometimes our carriers change, and here, and I don't know if it's the same way everywhere, but you can't change your electric or gas company, but you can change your carrier, and carriers offer different rates. And I think that that might have something to do with it. I'm not sure if that would be my theory, but I really don't know. All right, so those are all of our bills as far as I can tell. So let's go to our pay dates. So this is retirement, and this is my husband's early retirement at a reduced rate for life. On the 12th is commission. So he is in sales, and he does get a base pay, but he also gets a commission pay. And then on the 14th is payday number 1 for me. I'm going to get 2 paydays this month, which is typical. May was one of 2 months where I get a third pay. And then down here, the 28th is going to be payday number 2 for me. So I'm going to write that down. And then base pay is going to be on the 29th. It's usually like the 29th or the 30th. Depends on if it's like, you know, falls on a weekend, whatever. And then is that it? Yep, that's it. So that is it for our income streams. And the last thing that I'm going to capture is our subscriptions. So more along the lines of like variable expenses. So here, I'm just going to put Canva and Hulu. And then Netflix. Sometimes I consider canceling Netflix. I think I get more use out of Hulu than I do Netflix. And to be honest with you, I barely ever watch Amazon Prime. You know, and that just basically comes with it. We don't pay anything extra for it. I never rent movies or do anything like that. So I have Canva, Hulu, Netflix, XM Radio on the 24th. But yeah, Netflix I just don't get that much use out of. The last thing I watched was Baby Reindeer, and I thought it was really good. But I just don't feel like they have enough on there to keep it going for me to be worth it. I don't know. So as soon as I cancel though, they'll come out with like 14 new shows. And that'll be enough. But then they probably have a special where you can sign up again and it's even cheaper. So who knows? They just keep raising it. You know what I mean? So it gets frustrating. Because it's like you're paying more for less. At least that's my opinion. I'm paying more for less. All right. So let's back up. Ooh, there goes my whole setup. Hold on. All right. I like basically pulled down my whole camera. Like it's not a tripod. It's more like an arm. But it holds my phone. But I'm going to have to be super careful with that and tighten it up again on the windowsill, which is where it's at. So I'm going to put these pages back into the budget workbook, which is part of my budget planner. And I made I made a Hawaiian punch, like one of the water, you know, the ones you put in the water bottle, 16.9 ounces, and they're like the sugar-free ones, but they are red like real Hawaiian punch. So I made one of those earlier, and then I dumped it in an insulated tumbler, and then I held it under the refrigerator ice dispenser. And when the ice went into it, it just like all shot up and got everywhere. And it got on my sweater. And I don't know if you guys are like me. I have 2 sweaters basically that I wear consistently like around the house, because I always feel like, I don't know, like I'm not always cold, but throughout the day, there's probably at some point I'm cold. And so I always have like some kind of sweater on. So I'm going to see if I can get those out, because I'm kind of disappointed. This is like my favorite sweater to wear. But anyways, so that was my mishap with my Hawaiian punch water flavor. So anyways, these are my bills. This is what I have going on, bills and income. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Basically 12 fixed expenses on here. I have 4 subscriptions, and I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pay dates. So I have all this ready to go, and this is going to serve as basically my reference points, I guess, when I'm doing my budget pages or my budget, my payday breakdowns each time we get paid. So I'm going to be referring back to this and seeing when money needs to come out of what. But this is June's, and this is also going to be for July. So it's really confusing, and it would help if I wasn't trying to plan ahead when I'm doing videos, which I'm always trying to be a step ahead. But basically, all of June's bills are paid. I'm pretty much plotting out July, but I'm writing it in June because that's when the money is coming out for July. So I'm kind of, it's almost like I should be working in a July workbook, but I'm not, because I still have to budget with my June money. And out of the June money comes all of July's bills, but also all of our variable expenses, like our groceries and all that. So some of these I can't pay so much ahead. I kind of have to wait for a statement to come through. But I'm also considering maybe itemizing and seeing, you know, what the averages are of what our bills are due, and maybe trying to pay them like every 3 or 6 months, just paying extra. I don't know. I'm toying around with all kinds of ideas right now. I just want to get ahead as much as possible and then start concentrating on savings again. But the bills are what they are. I mean, your bills are going to be your bills every month. But basically all of June's is paid now, except for all of our variables. So our groceries, gas, dog food, prescriptions, veterinary visits, holidays, birthdays, you know what I mean? Like all that kind of stuff has to come out. Clothing, Walmart runs, Target runs, all the extras. Those are our variables. But what I'm working with right here is basically forecasting into July. I know it's confusing, but when you're paying your bills like a month ahead, it can be kind of confusing. You really have to keep track pretty closely. It definitely buys you some wiggle room when it comes to due dates and things like that, but you do have to be very stringent and keep a close eye on things. But I don't know, whatever works, right? Whatever works. So that is my June 2024 month on 2 pages schematic. And like I said, this is going to be my reference for my future videos. And yeah, thanks for spending some time with me. I appreciate it. And I hope to see you guys in my next video.